system, your healer that's been healing with your guild for 6 months, right? So say you've been with us for 6 months and you've been killing the 6th boss every week, and your trinket has not dropped in 6 weeks.
Okay.
6, 7 weeks now, right? Now all of a sudden, some pug we grab, right, joins the raid, or some guy that just joined the guild yesterday. You've been healing with us for 6 months. You've been wiping with us or whatever for 15 hours, 20 hours a week on this boss, and you've been waiting 4 months for this trinket. It hasn't dropped yet. All of a sudden, Joe Blow asshole joins the guild yesterday, right? We finally go in. We've been wiping at him for 3 hours, right? We wiped 20 times again on that night, and then they bring in, oh, this guy just joined the guild, right? You know what I mean? Dumb luck, right? We go in, we kill the boss, your trinket finally drops, he rolls a 99, gets it, and you don't see that trinket for another 6 weeks. You're going to tell me we're going to be sitting in this thing, and you're not going to be bitching about the new fucking healer that just joined the guild yesterday that rolled a 99.
No, I wouldn't. As long as it was done fair, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because that's happened to me. Exactly.
Any system, somebody's going to complain.
That same thing has happened to me before.
Somebody's going to be whining. If you have a roll system,
no, dude, I wouldn't.
DKP,
because it's happened to me.
Whatever, right?
I don't care
system,
what you say. That has actually happened to me. And no, I wouldn't be bitching because he rolled a 99 and I rolled a 98.
Well, you're bitching about DKP now, so I'd assume under a roll system, under the scenario I just gave you.
No, a roll is fair. A roll is fair.
4 months for a
DKP is not fair, no matter how you look at it. I don't care what you say. A roll is fair. DKP is not fair. Because you have, okay,
you're earning
here.
DKP.
Okay, so what is it going to be next week? Okay, we're gonna make veterans in their own rank, while members and champions are in their own rank, and then you have 3 tiers to actually roll against before you can actually get to roll. No, that's not fair.
I know what you're saying, Aslan, but I'm not the guy. I'm a member just like you. I have to do the same.
I'm not bitching at you too. I'm just saying that no, slash roll is the fairest way to go. And I mean, no matter how you look at it, I mean, okay, whether we disagree, or like each other's opinions or whatever, I'm not leaving the guild. I'm still gonna have my rolls. I'm still gonna have my bids and whatever next week whenever it comes along, and we're all at the same level supposedly. But I bet you they add another level before I get there, so that you guys actually are able to ninja the gear out of me. You know, I mean, because that's really all this guild that I've seen does is ninja loot.
No, I don't. I mean, I've never seen that since
that's
the day I joined this guild.
Because whenever I joined the guild, I was told one thing, and then it came down to it, and then I was told another thing, and then whenever it really came down to it, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And then I was told something else. And now it's something. Hey, we're gonna all be on the same level next week, and your bids are actually gonna count next week. But yeah,
I'm not even an officer. I'm not even an officer in this guild, and I can tell you, as just a guild member, that these guys don't ninja. Since the day I joined them, right? It's a fair system. It's like. You ever been in a union job?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I've actually been a union steward and got fucked.
Joe Bull just started last week, and a job comes up for bid, and the job pays an extra $10 an hour, right?
Yeah, I've been in that
the senior guy's got to get it first, and the junior guy's got to shut up and take it. That's it.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's the system I came. I was in a loot council system with Thrust. There was 2 other hunters than me. It was loot council, meaning they give the loot whoever they want. Now, it was a straight up loot council, meaning, my uncle's playing, so I'm going to gear him out because he's my buddy, or he's my girlfriend, or she's my girlfriend, or whatever, right? It wasn't that kind of a rigged bullshit loot council system. It was an honest loot council system, meaning there was 2 other hunters. One was raiding with them for 6 years. The second guy was raiding with them for 4.5 years. Right? I was number 3. I just started there. I just joined them happy to be in a really good raid group, right? You know what I mean? 2 weeks ago. Do I expect the top bowl to drop and the other two main hunters that have been there for 5 years, whatever, and I just came in the guild 2 weeks ago? Do I really expect to get a loot that piece over them? No, because, you know, that they say, hey, man,
well, it depends. I mean, did the X-Pack just drop? I mean, that's what we're talking about, actually. Because had it been under different circumstances, like, hey, the X-Pack's been out for fucking a year now, and we've been rolling on this shit for fucking a year and haven't gotten it, and now all of a sudden it drops. Man, that's mine. No, the X-Pack just dropped 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And we're all at the same fucking level, dude. You can't say that we're not.
Yeah, level meaning gear-wise, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We've all been
blues,
here, and you know what? I started raiding with you guys. Whether you believe it or not, it might have been on a you know, not a guild night, but I started raiding with you guys the first week the X-Pack dropped out.
Yeah.
And you know that just as well as I do.
So what's your rank? Did you go up a rank, or are you still frozen?
So what my point is the fact that I've got guys that are fucking 2 levels higher than me, that are always going to be two levels higher than me, that I'm never going to get gear with. And why the hell should I raid with somebody that I don't have any chance to get gear with? It's not fair. I'm not going to do it. But I'm giving you guys a chance. I'm here. I spent the money to transfer over, which, I mean, tells you that, hey, I've got some sort of loyalty with you guys because I spent the money, actual cash money, not gold, cash money, to come over here to raid with you guys. Because I sort of like raiding with you guys. And I'm not bitching. I hope you don't take it wrong. I just think that it's wrong, the way that you guys do loot. I think it's totally wrong.
See, I've been raiding. I went from.
Yeah, I mean, I've been raiding with you guys since X-Pack dropped. Minus 3 days. Minus 3 days.
Over a week. I haven't. I'm still at veteran, whatever mode that is.
And I mean, if you look at it that way, what do you have to bitch about? Seriously. I've been raiding with you guys since X-Pack. Minus 3 days.
What's your rank? Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You should be the top rank, I think, aren't you?
No, I don't have top rank because I wasn't there on.
You'll be the top rank just like everybody else.
What is the top rank?
You have the most XP of anybody in this guild right now, and next week you'll roll on shit. It's that simple.
Well, what's the top rank, then? Do you know what the ranks are?
There's not going to be a top rank. They're always going to add ranks, and I'm always going to be behind.
No,
that's not how it works, dude. I've raided this guild for 2 years. They don't do that shit. You'll have gear just like everybody else next week.
And see, and that's what I'm hoping. And I'm not really bitching, and I hope you guys don't take it the wrong way, but I'm just taking,
you're frustrated.
You know, I mean, coming in from an outside standpoint of, I was recruited outside of the server. I spent money to transfer into the server. I mean, I'm just like, you know, I spent my money to come in to, hey, you can't have gear because you're not at the same level.
Yeah, that'll change.
Yeah,
you're there.
You were in the guild when I joined, right? With you guys,
yeah.
I think the tail end of Mogashawn Vault there before we hit TLT. It was the same thing. It was the same thing with me, man. And like I said, I started off, and they said go to our website because this was all new to me. This 10 half all, you know, how much DKP you earn in a raid night, you know. And there's like, yeah, it's pretty much 3. You know, I think it was there was 3 ranks. I can't remember. It was member, veteran, raider, officer, something like that. Right, and I started off, and then, you know, a month later, and, you know, I started off at the Mogashawn Vault there. So a lot of the guys, you know, the main people or whatever, you know, the officers and the guild leader and, you know, 5 of their raiders or whatever, you know, it was the tail end of Mogashawn. They were doing some heroic modes. And, instead of D'ing a piece, they're going to give it to, a low rank, right? They're not going to, rank 1, nobody needs it. Rank 2, nobody needs it. Okay. We're giving it to Bob. Bob just joined the guild yesterday. Bob, say hello to everybody. There you go. Congrats, because, the raid, they've been raiding in there for 5 months already. Everybody's got the shit, right? So then TLT comes out, right? By then, I think I'd caught up to everybody else. So when TLT hit, I think DKP was reset, wasn't it, them?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think DKP was reset. So in other words, instead of you hoarding, say, 800 DKP in High Mall, and then when BlackRock Foundry comes out, right, you're snagging all the loot with 800 DKP. So they zero out the DKP, and I think they had added a rank at that time, right? So instead of me hoarding all my DKP, and I got 600 DKP, and BlackRock Foundry comes out, now I'm going to blow my DKP, right? They zeroed everybody out. It's a new raid, right? Kind of deal. And then they said, okay, well, we're adding a rank for the people that, spent the last 6 months raiding with us in High Mall, whatever. You know what I mean? They're going to get, and it's only for 1 week. So if you're a rank below them, right, you rank up each week. You're supposed to rank up each week up to even 4 ranks. It would take you a month to get to the top rank. And at that point, it's fair game for, you're up with the rest of the stature of everybody else. And they've been doing that since I joined, and I don't know, whatever Mogashot was, a year and a half ago, something like that, right? And, as a new guy at the start, you're like, what the fuck? 10 half all, BKP, what the, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I just joined, I understand. I just joined the guild yesterday. They got 15 people in this raid that have been raiding with them for the last 9 months that show up here 3 days a week, and they got a track record. I don't have any track record. I'm a new guy coming in. I understand the added rank, them getting a little bit, 1 week priority on everybody else. I understand all of that because I've been in loot council systems, I've been in EPG systems, I've been in role systems, right? I mean, it's just, each system, there's going to be somebody complaining about it. And vent, you can't win, right? So you can't keep everybody happy. Well, Blizzard tries to keep everybody happy by, bringing out LFR modes and just pretty much throwing epics at everybody. But at one point in this game, you had to work 8 months to get an upgrade, and I miss those days. Because now people gear up too quick, and then they take off and play Call of Duty for 6 months, right? That's what happens these days. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a smoke.
But I don't know, dude. I was seriously thinking about leaving the guild the other day because I had a pretty good opportunity with some guys rowing heroic. But, I mean, it's, I'd rather run with you guys. I mean, I know it's kind of really unfair the way that you guys do loot and all that stuff, but yeah, I could see kind of how it kind of works, but I've never been in a DKP situation where it comes down to guilds like this.
DKP is very foreign to me too.
Right whenever you first join a guild that does DKP, I could see, from my standpoint, that it's, I mean, let's say you're trying to recruit. Okay, we really need this tank, because our tank, we don't have one, or our tank really sucks, and we need one. You're not going to get a tank to stay if he's never going to get gear, and he never has a chance of getting gear. But there's only 2 tanks, so he's only rolling against a tank that's probably geared. So let's say, okay, we need some DPS. Well, DPS is a dime a dozen, so, and healers are, 5 a dozen or whatever. I mean, it just, you get what I'm saying?
I do, but if you've already got one tank and you are downing bosses and having to pug most of the time, he's probably already got all the gear that drops anyway. So whatever loot drops for tanks, the new guy's going to get it. Even if I had that problem in Kata, we've only got one tank, and he's geared to the teeth, but the pugs that we get are just terrible. Terribly geared.
Okay. I mean, can't you add some sort of loot council to that? I mean, like best in slot.
I ran a loot council.
You know, hey, that's got a lot of fucking crit on it, and that's good for a disc priest, and it's not so good for, you know, a holy priest. I mean, come on.
That's what I did at first. It's just loot council, and it was me, the tank, 2 other DPS, and I think that might have been it. No, 4 DPS. And yeah, we got most of it was just roll, MS, OS, but the only thing that we did as a loot council would say, look, you've had 4 drops tonight, we're going to give this piece to the other guy. That's the only thing we did differently.
Really? So, like, you had people miss out on their best in slots just due to
just because
time
they
in the
got
guild?
No. Just if they got 3 or 4 pieces already, and we know we're going to clear the rest of the bosses, something drops for them, but someone else could use it. We'll just give it to the other person because you've already got 3 drops tonight, and that other guy's got 0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that might keep somebody in the guild.
Oh,
You know, I mean, just some sort of motivation.
I've
Hey,
had to surrender loot to someone else, and it pisses you off. But you know, just to try and be a little bit more fair.
exactly. I mean, just trying to keep somebody, you know, to the point of, hey, yeah, I'm actually gonna get some gear that might do some actual good instead of like, it might be some sort of, you know, motivation of, well, fuck, I'm not getting no gear. I don't have the guild rank, you know. But hey, maybe I might get some gear. That's a different situation, but I haven't gotten a single piece of fucking gear since I've been in this guild, and it sucks.
Yeah, see that the thing with loot council is a lot of guilds they got the buddy system, right? Well, Aslan's a personal friend of mine. He lives 5 miles away. He's in the same city as I am, and I'm going to try to throw him some loot anytime I can. There's that kind of loot system. Or my girlfriend and her sister are playing, and I'm the guild leader, and I'm going to give her loot today because she decided, she played Call of Duty for Rock Band for the last 3 weeks, and now she wants to play her mage.
I don't live next to you. I don't even know you.
No.
I haven't got a single fucking piece of gear.
You don't want to live beside me. It's colder than shit here. But
I'm just playing.
No. But we had this conversation many times. Like Dema knows Mistrix, and Mistrix, me and him have and DKP is the fairest system in this respect. If you show up to raids, you put your time in, you earn points, just like going to a job and earning a paycheck, right? So you got a guy your roommate that lives with you that doesn't work, right? He sits around the house all day. You're out working for 10 hours a day. You come home with pizza and beer, and the roommate that doesn't have a job sitting on the couch watching Dr. Phil all day starts yapping at you, saying, well, how come you didn't buy me a beer? How come you didn't get me a pizza? Right? It's like, well, because I went out and worked 8 hours, and I earned money to go buy this fucking beer and pizza that I'm eating right now, right? And you're sitting on the couch all day watching fucking Dr. Phil, and you don't have a job. So DKP is you earn that by going and showing up for raids and staying in there and getting your points. And how you spend your points is just like a paycheck. You spend it the way you want. You want to throw all your paycheck at a VLT machine? You do, right? If you want to go buy some crack cocaine with it, you go do that. If you want to go buy hookers with it, you go do that. You earned it, right? You do what you want.
I'm going to buy some hookers with some plate gear next week. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking buy some fucking plate gear, motherfucker.
Now, the role system where it fails is this. You guys are raiding. You're raiding for 3 weeks, right? You're going in, you're killing bosses, whatever. You guys, you got your same raid team every day. All of a sudden, you need a little bit of help, right? So I come in on my alt, right? And you guys are, that's everybody's in there on their mains, right? This is my only tune. This is this is my Cadillac of this game. I only play one tune. It's a goddamn hunter. And this fucking guy comes in on his, this guy comes in on his shaman, on his fucking alt. And we finally kill this boss after wiping at it for 3 weeks. The fucking trinket drops. He rolls a 99, takes it. It's on his alt that he plays once every 2 months. And my main character doesn't have the trinket and he fucking rolled it. That's what you hear.
But if he's in the guild, he's going to have the decency to say,
No, he's going to keep the loot.
No, if he has a guildie, a true guildie, wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but under the roll system,
he
rolled a 99 or he rolled an 86. He rolled a 26.
Somebody that's really for the guild is not going to do that.
Like 95% of people aren't like that.
Right?
I wouldn't do it. If I was, no. If I was on my ret pally, and you guys asked me to tank for the night, and I was sitting there in prot, on my ret pally that I enjoy playing, I'm not gonna roll on tank gear. That's for the tank that's actually that's gonna be there, and that's how a true guildie would be.
There's a flip side to that, right? Because when that piece does drop and the guy's on his alt, he could say, well, my alt's really under geared, and if I got this piece tonight, I could help you guys like I'm doing tonight with this alt. You guys need a tank today. You start hearing that bullshit.
I'm just telling you how I would be. That's me.
And you're unusual, dude. That's not the norm for a lot of people, man. There's so many ninjas in this game. How does the guild supposed to know? When you're new. That's part of the reason why we have this system, so that we don't have people come in for a day or two, get geared, and leave. Right? That's the only reason we have a DKP system.
Because a lot of people do that too, right? Oh, well, I've been wiping with Symbiotic here, and I got lucky, and I got 8 pieces, and Death and Straight, it's on the same server, and they're 5
The thing is how many good really actual have? Because I'm a good person. I'm not like one of those guys that you're sitting there talking about. How many good people have you lost because of the loot system?
Not too honestly. Not too many. Dema, can you elaborate on that? People have quit due to just getting bored of the game, playing it for 6 years, and taking off playing League of Legends shit. But
the funny thing is, Aslan, a month from now, you're not even going to be talking about this anymore, because you're going to get gear just like everybody else. You've got the same rank starting next Tuesday as everybody else. You've got the most DKP. Guess what? When that loot drops, you got the most DKP. You can bid whatever you want on it. Yeah. If you want it, you get to bid on it.
And I'm not bidding shit.
That's the key.
I'm not going to bid anything but 10.
Yeah.
And that's your prerogative.
And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, then I suck. And you guys kick me out of the guild, and then I find a home.
How much DKP do you get at raid night?
It varies, right? If it's a progression boss, you usually. I think it's like raid. The poll starts at 8, right? 8 my time, 8 Mountain, whatever the hell. On 2 different servers, so whatever the times are. So they start doing invites at 7:30, and before they used to award on-time DKP at like 7:45. So you got 2 points for being in the raid early, flying out there, getting ready to go. So you're not blowing 15 minutes in the raid time now, waiting for Joe Blow to show up, kind of deal. So you get 2 points for on time, and then you get it was like 2 points per boss or whatever, right? That you kill shit like that, or per hour or whatever, you know what I mean? And then 2 points to the end the raid, right? For staying the whole raid and not taking off an hour earlier, whatever. And then on progression nights, you're not killing anything, so they give you some more points or whatever, right? And all I do is you just get a book, right? And what's today, right? Saturday, December 20th. right? So we raid next Tuesday, the 23rd. So you go buy a notepad at the dollar store there for 99 cents. And then you say, okay, Guido, right? Tuesday, December 23rd, my start DKP is 40. The end of raid, my end DKP for that day is 62. I earned 22 points that day, right? The next day when you log in, Wednesday at 7:30, right? You see, I got my 2K, I got my WoD didn't award me my two points on time bonus. Because sometimes he fucks up. So then you message, hey, WoD, did you send out DKP? Yeah, I did, my mod, blah, 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 whatever. So you do your own due diligence on your end, right? So you record your DKP, right? When you buy a piece, you say, this is how much I spent for it, and this was the item on this boss. And you got a diary of everything you do, right? And if you're out by a point, just like your paycheck there, when you record your hours at work, if they missed an hour of overtime on your paycheck, right? You're checking your paycheck, right? So that's what you do. Now, get to the long story short and get to the end of all of this stuff. Once you do rank up to everybody else, how you spend your DKP, right? Is you got to watch that, because when you bid 10, you're saying, nah, I could use it if you don't really give a shit, right? You're expecting 4 other guys to outbid you, right? Or if they all bid 10, now you got to roll off on it, right? If you kind of, I got a 615 trinket here and a 655 trinket dropped, right? I got a 615 blue here and a 655 rating trinket drop. Fuck, yeah, I'll go half on that, right? And then, something really good drops. When you go all, that means I really need that. Meaning I got a 622 20 blue weapon here and a 661 Warforged weapon just dropped, and there's 3 other mages or whatever in this raid, and I really want that weapon.